I'm Layla.
I'm Jaya, and we're here for the journey to open heart.
Yeah.
All right, so appreciate you guys coming out, being a part of the documentary. You know, tell us a little bit about yourselves and what you ladies do.
Okay, well, I'm an artist, and that's what I want to do with my life, be a professional artist, and hopefully, like, take off with it and do portraits of people. That's mainly what I do. Instead of being employed at, like, a regular job, I do portraits. And my Instagram is Samara, at Samara. And, yeah, so that's what I want to do. And I braid hair on the side, too, so I did my hair.
I've just found out that I love to write, so I'm an upcoming author. I just started a YouTube channel, so you should subscribe at Layla Perry. And I want to be a future venture capitalist, so that's what I want to do.
You guys are Indigo kids.
Yeah,
I don't know if
sure.
you guys know what you guys hip to that?
Yeah.
Oh, see, they already here. Yeah, you guys are definitely Indigo kids. Like, I get that energy from you guys. I remember when we met a couple weeks ago, and I'm just thinking like, wow, these kids are really like, they're dope, and they like. I feel like you guys get it the way you're wired and stuff. You know, a lot of people just aren't wired that way.
Mm-hmm.
So with you guys' respective fields of work, where do you guys see yourself going with it? What are your goals, and what drives you to be the best at what you do?
Well, I just know I need to be like successful, because it's like I didn't really have any role models, so my role model is myself.
Wow.
So that's just my motivation to keep going. You go first.
Yeah, so I see myself like getting into galleries in New York City and in LA and just traveling everywhere with my art and just like getting bigger and bigger. Like one day I want to have a show in Tokyo. Like that's my dream. Like
I can definitely see that happening.
I want to do portraits of celebrities, like have them asking me to do portraits of them, and yeah, that's mainly what I want to do.
It's lit. So I remember you were talking about your book the last time that I saw you. Can you like go into a little more detail about that? Because I was like just blown away with that whole concept of the book.
Yeah. So basically, I'm doing the normalization of the Black community, like doing mental health. Oh, I said word all types wrong. Like the normalization of mental health issues in the Black community and them not addressing it. So my book is going to be about a serial killer who has schizophrenia, and it's just going to show the growth of it and the episodes he has, and him trying to address it with his parents and the people around him, but they're just ignoring it and like going over his head, and like how abusive Black mothers can be towards their sons. Since not saying all fathers are absent, but like too many fathers are absent, so they take out the anger on their kid. So that's basically what I'm doing. It's kind of like addressing everything wrong in the Black community. So.
Some deep stuff, guys. That's some really deep stuff. And how old are you?
16.
To be 16 and have a concept like that, your mind is like light years ahead of, the average 16-year-old. So I really commend you on, putting something together like that. I think that's going to be really impactful for future generations.
Yeah.
So you said you're your own role model. What do you mean by that exactly?
What I mean by that is I push myself every day, like push past my limits, because I really never, my parents really never pushed me to do anything. Like, yeah, they know, I used to run track, that's the only thing they would pay attention to, but I was like, I'm more than this. Like, I love to write, I know I want to be a good businesswoman, there's just so much I want to do. So, I was like, and I've never really had anybody in my life that was that successful, so I was like, I'm going to be successful, I'm going to push myself every day. So that's what I do.
Respect it. And for you, Jaya, who are some of your role models, and what got you to do what you do with your art and hair?
Well, the hair I kind of picked up on my own because when I was little, I used to always play with it. So, I actually wanted to get good at it, so I started watching YouTube all the time. So, yeah, but with the art, my dad, he was really good, but he fell off on it because his parents would always tell him, you're not going to go nowhere with art. And then on top of that, he was just doing his own thing. And so then I was about 11 years old, and I saw this comic, the front of this comic book and I wanted to draw it because it was just so beautiful. So I had told myself I was going to draw this picture, and it looked exactly like the front of the cover. And so then my dad was like, he didn't really pay attention to it at first, but then I kept drawing, and I would always just look at pictures and try to get it exactly right. And I didn't get one picture right till I was about 15, because I did a portrait of myself. And then that was at these classes at this art college, and everybody was like shocked because it looked just like me. So then I was like, I should go on with this and try to really excel with this. So then I started doing portraits of people, just having them pay me a little bit to do a portrait of them. And I was like, I can really do this with my life. So yeah, my dad pushed me with that. Like, because at first I wanted to work at Trader Joe's real quick.
Where's
it
that?
just happened right up here.
Oh,
Yeah.
What is that, a food place? What is that?
It's like a healthy food spot, like grocery store.
Okay.
Yeah. And he told me no, and he was like, you're gonna take off with this art. So then I really just got into it, and yeah, I've been just creating ever since.
You guys don't know, Jay is probably like one of the most talented artists I've ever seen. And I'm not just saying that because like we're cool. I'm saying that because it's the honest to God truth. Like, y'all need to check out her work. If y'all need something drawn, she's the girl to go to. Hands down, like, you won't be disappointed. You'll be blown away. She's creating the characters for my anime, and I've been impressed with everything that she's made. So I want to talk to you guys about some issues that are going on in the world. You know, with everything going on with the United States, what do you guys feel about the state of the world right now, and what do you feel about the state of our country?
So, me personally, I don't like to pay attention to all that stuff because I'm like not trying to focus my energy on that, because it seems
Right.
like people who really get caught up in that stuff just live every day like, oh my God, something's gonna happen, and that's all they really seem to focus on, and something bad happening, and that's like way far out of my head, and I'm not thinking about none of that. I mean, it's messed up what's going on and stuff with the immigrants and all that, but Obama was doing that stuff on the low, and people don't pay attention to that. Like, it didn't come to the light because he was a black man, and everybody was like, wow, he's a saint because he's a black man in office and stuff. But now that Trump's in office and he's a butthole, like, he's starting to be the face of all the bad stuff that Obama was doing because who he is as a person. So, like, I don't really like to get myself caught up in that because it's just all what people think and their different opinions and all that stuff. So it don't really apply to me. I guess I don't really think about
I respect it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I pay attention to it. I like politics, but I don't really like. I mean, I say my opinion, but I don't really go into like everything else. Like with black people, I address that stuff.
Yeah, that's
Cause yeah, but like everything else, I'll be like, it doesn't really apply to me. And as a light-skinned female, like, I'm just not saying like I'm not black, but I don't really like go through that much stuff. But I still encounter racism.
What things do you feel as a black community we can continue to work on or be better at to help our community do better than the current state that it's in?
Well, I feel like dark-skinned women are the most unappreciated.
I agree.
Period.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so, like, it's just like, I hate how us as black people, we separate ourselves into different categories, and like, you need to, like, oh, she's light-skinned with pretty hair.
And they put us on a pedestal.
Yeah,
for
and
whatever
then
reason.
they have the dark skins, and then they're like, oh, she has nappy hair and all this other stuff, and they act this type of way and all that, and they don't, like, this, or nobody, they don't mess with that and stuff. But it's like only black people that do that. White people, you don't see them like, oh, she
Hating on
has
each other.
blue eyes and blonde hair, so we're gonna be like that. And that host, you know, the memes on Instagram.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like she light skinned, she got this, that, and the third. Like, you don't ever see white people doing that. And it's only within the black community where we just separate ourselves, like amongst ourselves. Like, why do we do that? And that's like, if we could somehow fix that and all just come together as one, then we would be unstoppable.
I agree.
But, like, white people know what they're doing by having us separate in little stuff.
You know, it's a interesting point that you just brought up. There was a quote. I'm not sure who made it, but I mean, he was obviously a racist. He made this quote like 200 something years ago. He said, "If you separate them by skin complexion, it was who? Willie Lynch. Yeah, he said you'll control them for the next 200 years."
Exactly.
Like,
And that's what's happening.
For example, like every time we talk to a dude, they be like, "What you mixed with?" It's
Exactly.
because our skin complexion and our hair, and I just think like that's some really like they always say they want to have mixed kids,
Yeah.
but that's just self-hatred because
Right.
they hate their darker complexion, their nappy hair because they feel inferior. And then they have these dark-skinned girls out here telling us all the time they wish they looked like us.
Yeah.
But I'm like, no, I wish I looked like you.
Exactly.
Because, like, it's just, like, a lot of self-hatred. Like, black girls not wanting to wear their natural hair. Not saying, like, sometimes I understand, but them not wanting to wear their natural hair and just be natural. And they're always feeling the need to, just always get their lashes and their hair done because they don't want to be their natural selves.
Yeah.
And it's just really sad to watch. Or, like, also with, like, black men feeling the need to, okay, with the Kanye statement saying slavery was a choice.
Right.
He wasn't saying like we got on the boats ourselves and went there, but we did sell ourselves to them for guns though, if you really think about it.
What time period are you talking about?
Like way earlier, like when
No,
we
I'm
first
talking about
came
when
over.
we, right.
Like when we
Like
first
the
came over.
Chiefs of the, or whatever they call it, kings, whatever, the village or whatever, they sold our own people to
for
them
guns, they were trading.
and trade.
You never knew that?
You guys are talking about during the American Revolution?
No, I'm
Before
talking
the
about
American Revolution?
slavery.
Way
When
before.
slavery first got over here, like they were selling our own people to these white people who were bringing them over here. I mean, no,
I
they
was
didn't.
not aware of that.
You
Yeah,
didn't
they
know that?
I
didn't
was
know.
not aware of that.
They
I call
didn't-
myself a history story.
They didn't know that it was going to be that brutal, but of course people are going to take advantage of the power that they have, so it got to that point. But yeah,
I think that's
we
when
were
that divide
selling
started.
Yeah, we were selling our own people
For
so,
guns
over
and
here.
stuff.
Wow. I feel like being judgmental really cripples us as human beings because you never really know what someone's going through.
With my field of being a venture capitalist, you never hear any girl ever saying she wants to be that, especially some black girls. It's a predominantly white man thing. So I'm going to go in there and like help women look like, oh, they can be successful. Because they have this thing of saying that women can't do business because we're emotional. But I'm just straight to the money, so that.
Hey.
And also, like with my hair, I'm gonna keep it different colors because and keep my natural fro because there's an idea that you have to keep your hair natural color and straight and professional. But why can't I be professional with hot pink hair?
Right.
And be a-
You know the answer to this because we talked about
Oh,
it,
yeah,
but
yeah,
they don't.
yeah.
They don't. But you know, the viewers don't know. So how long have you guys known each other?
Was it 2 years?
2 years, I think now.
Yeah, 2 years. A year and a half
Or two.
You would think that they've known each other for like since birth because like they're just like they just click. So tell us about like how you guys met and stuff.
Okay, so I used to play volleyball in 8th grade, and she was the volleyball manager. And she used to hang out with like really fake people.
But I wasn't like that at all.
She wasn't like that though, but I just thought she was because of who she was around. Because you attract who you like and stuff.
Right.
And so
She didn't
I
talk to
didn't
me.
really talk to her like that. But I knew she was nice.
Because
So
I
I
used to
had
be really nice to her and talk to her.
Yeah.
But she'd be like,
I would be kind of distant. I would be like, why are you talking to me? So that's that fake stuff. But anyway, I added her on Snapchat, and then she had posted something really funny. And so I had commented on it, and then like I used to be so goofy on
we used to be really,
Snapchat,
really, really
like so stupid. And so then we would just like laugh at each other's stuff, and then we saw each other in school. and yeah, we just clicked. And
It was like an instant connection. There hasn't been I don't think a weekend or like.
yeah, I'm always with her.
I'm always with her. There hasn't the first time that we hung out. There hasn't been a day or a week we haven't seen each other.
Well, you guys, you see them. They the future. They the culture. And we're blessed to have them here. And this has been the interview for Journey to Open Heart. And we are signing out.